Hi Sagittarius, I hope you're all doing well. Let's get into your reading and see what comes up. I've decided, I am going to put dates on my readings and, in the description box, but I've really decided that readings are timeless. And I feel like that's across the board. I've watched so many readings, from a couple years ago on the channels that I watch, and I'm like, wow, that's like what's going on now. Or the reading that they'll give is like, that happened 2 years ago. So, I really feel like, and I don't know why I'm telling you this because I didn't tell anybody else this, but there's something here that you need to know about time and fluidity. Yeah, well, let's get into it, Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on. Let's get 2 cards here. Focus and risk. Wow. Look at that. I'm almost seeing this, and this is strange, okay, because I feel like it's complicated at the bottom here. It's almost like this person is shooting at this person, and I'm seeing them like as a bird, It's like, what is that, skeet shooting? Well, it's actually an arrow here, but I'm seeing it as like, well, I'm seeing 31 and 17. That might mean something to you. But I'm seeing this as like you with yourself here, okay? What is, I need another card to clarify. I want to take one of these. What is this? What is this focus here? It feels like, logically, it's almost like this would be like ruin, self-sabotage or, harming oneself by shooting a flaming arrow, into themselves. But I'm not seeing that like that. I'm seeing it as like a celebration, like a phoenix, yes. Scorpio might be important for you, whether you identify with that archetype or you just are dealing with a Scorpio in some sense. But there is like, once this arrow hits this woman here, I'm seeing her like light up like a phoenix. So it's like she's not going to fall up off the cliff. She's going to ascend upwards. Wow, that's so nice. That's so beautiful. That's so cool. Sagittarius. So I guess we're talking about beginnings here. Yeah, beginnings. And I guess we're talking about, it's interesting because I was going to say death here. Metaphorically. Completion, yeah. Completion and a beginning. And then we get depth with lake. So you might also be dealing with a Virgo here because Virgo had that a while back, or the last reading, depth with lake. So I feel like you've done some thinking, you've done some hibernation about what it is that you're moving towards, and you've completed something here. Congratulations. And now you are celebrating that. You are rising from the ashes. You're starting something new. And if this isn't where you are now, the energy's there for you. That's it. That's why I started like that. If you're not there now, don't worry. It's not like you've missed the bus here. Time is fluid. Yeah, it's like you can grab this energy anytime you want. You can step into it anytime you want here. Okay, so if you're still in a situation where you're thinking like, well, I don't feel like I'm a phoenix rising from the ashes at all. I haven't completed anything. Well, you have in some sense because the energy's here. It's a real kind of time warpy situation here. What you need to know is that it doesn't matter where you are. You're heading towards some kind of completion and a new beginning. And it's like a revitalization of your spirit and your soul. It's cool. Okay, let's see what comes out for you, Sagittarius, here. Sagittarius. I heard sloppy. Interesting. Ooh. Yeah. This is nice. Okay, so I get it. That's the ending. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Sagittarius, this is awesome. The bottom, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. See, you fought a battle for a long time, a long ass time. You got wounded, you got hurt here. You know, I think you really tried to keep pushing through to a potential that you saw there was a potential here. So you kept going with it, you know, trying to get that potential to come into a reality, but it just didn't, it just wouldn't. And you've been fighting for a long time, okay? And now you're coming to that completion. And I don't feel it's like you giving up. It's like you've accomplished something. Maybe that's actually, or maybe this is just within yourself and your wisdom here. Your current energy is the Page of Coins. This is that new beginning. When life gives you lemons, right? And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're making use out of something, a bad situation, and that is like the phoenix rises from their own ashes. It makes use of death. You know, Scorpio energy too. It's like rebirth. So you're ready. It might feel scary because you're at the start and maybe you don't know really what you're doing or how long this is going to take or how much effort this is going to take, but you're doing it. You're doing it. And that's the important thing. What's crossing you is the world. Well, here's that completion. It seems so far away. You know, to get to the world from the Page of Coins, Page of Pentacles, that's a lot of work, right? But you're not meant to think of the end. No, you're not meant to think of how big this could get or where you could go or how it's going to look when it ends. You're meant to be in the moment here. Yeah, this time thing. Don't be in the past, don't be in the future, which is easier said than done. But it's like really just work on what's in front of you right now. Keep going with what you're doing. In the past, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. See, I feel like you were very dissatisfied here with something, or somebody was apathetic towards you. But that energy, I feel like you sat in it for some time here that it almost... Well, I heard purified. There was something purifying about it. I don't know. What am I saying here? Let's clarify that. What's this Four of Cups about here? The Ace of Wands in reverse. There's that potential again. Like you saw this potential here. There was passion at one point and it just kind of faded away. But it was like it was meant to. I don't know. There's something here in the past that was really disappointing. Okay? Really disappointing. Yeah. And I feel like there was passion used in a negative way in some sense or another. Okay? There, you know, like that energy of passion took a negative turn either within yourself or with someone else or in a connection or in a job situation, whatever it is. And it's like you learned how to not care so much about it or to distance yourself emotionally from that energy. That's it. And that was the purification of it. Three of Coins here from what you gained from the situation here. Well, you learned like who will work with you and who won't, who recognizes your value and who doesn't, what you need to do to get ahead. It's beautiful. I'm seeing you like open a flower actually, and there's a coin there. Okay, I don't know. Maybe some of you are into gardening or something like that, but it's like you opened something and there it was. It's like, oh, that's the way forward. That's how I can do what I'm doing. So if you're working on something here and you're feeling pressured to like have it completed or to get to this monumental, I heard magnetic, well then I heard magnesium. I don't know what that is. Okay. But some big stage, right? Some big sense of accomplishment. Well, magnesium helps you sleep. So maybe it's like you're waiting for some kind of completion so you can rest because you're doing a lot of squeezing lemons here. don't worry about that right now. That's not where you're meant to be. Now, the strength that you have here, see, and then we had the card focus. Like, you took a risk and you're focused now. Sometimes we don't equate risk with focus, but I feel like this is a very calculated risk coming out of an emotional space. And we have the devil for your strength. Well, and I think this is you being very conscious and very aware of where you get tempted. For some of you, and this isn't going to be for all of you, and I didn't do my whole preamble, you know, with this reading might not be for you, etc., etc. But I feel like if you're still here, it might be. But if it doesn't resonate, it could not be. And if you're the cross watcher, this could be your reading. Okay. So the devil here, I feel like you're aware of your temptations. For some of you, you've had an addiction, or there was addictions in the mix of this. And this could be any kind of addiction. It could be like drinking to video game addiction. It could be to like, you know, coding. I'm hearing coding on a computer late at night and like just not sleeping. I don't know. So just an unhealthy, repetitive habit that was not letting you rest. Okay. And so now I feel like you're very aware of what this is and when you get tempted and where you get tempted. And having the devil as a strength is like, well, you're unstoppable then, because you're really familiar with your shadow self. You also have a strong work ethic because the devil is Capricorn too. Okay, I'm seeing the number 15 here. That's the number of the card, right? But I am seeing 15 popping out, so that might mean something to you. I'm hearing $15. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. The Empress here for the near future. This is you stepping into your power. This is the Phoenix. But it's you decorating yourself, I heard, because you know yourself. You know how to present yourself. You know what you're doing. Now, it can be a struggle, right, to have that Empress energy inside of you, regardless of your gender, and do kind of page-like work, right? It's like being an intern, but you know more than the people working there. It's that kind of thing, right? It's like frustrating, or like you're more, you've ascended and done more work on your emotions and your psychology than your partner has, and you kind of have to like go down to their level in order to like communicate with them. You know, that's really frustrating. But I do see here that like you're going to come out of that because you took some kind of risk, or you're taking some kind of risk. And you're going to go quick to the Empress energy from the page. It's going to be like magic, I feel like. It's just going to happen. What's the catalyst here? What's the catalyst? Four of Wands. For some of you, it's moving. Okay, that's not going to be for all of you. Well, I do see also celebrating yourself, but it's like finding some stability here, some structure. King of Cups in reverse. It's like not letting someone else's salty emotions rock your foundation. Really, some of you are starting a new business. Some of you are moving. Okay, it's going to happen. And it's going to be beautiful. The Empress in your near future. Now, how you see yourself is the Five of Coins. This is pretty harsh, okay? And maybe you don't see yourself like this all the time. I don't think you do. But this is definitely feeling kicked out, left out. You know, not welcome, on the outs. I am seeing like in this card, it's like people are gathering around, having fun, talking, or they're just hanging out. Maybe they're not having fun, but they're just there in a space, but it's not a celebratory space. It's like cold. It's boring. And I just said this to Cancer. You know, it's like feeling lonely in a connection or feeling unwanted in a job. It's just like being alone, feeling like, what's the point of this? I might as well be alone. Okay, some of you might be dealing with the Taurus here. Okay. Outside energy is the 8 of coins. So this is work. And I'm getting this as work. Okay, there's some kind of pressure here from work. There's also this potential. There's something driving you here in whatever we're talking about. Something material that's giving you courage, giving you hope to keep going. For some of you, you're looking at somebody else's work or how they've done something that you want to do, and you're finding a lot of inspiration here. Some of you are learning how to do something new. Potentially something with your hands. Maybe some of you are an artist here, but you're learning how to do something new. Some of you are overworked. But it's providing a little bit of structure here, I feel like, for you. So don't let it bog you down. Don't let it drain you during this time. That's what I heard. Your hopes and your fears is the 7 of Swords. Well, I feel this is like you're lying to yourself. Like maybe you feel like I can't really go through with this. I can't really do this, or there's something I'm not seeing about this. And, you know, what if they look at me like I'm a bad person? You know, where all of these doubts, right? I mean, look how sad this person is. And that's just a fear, right? And I think as a hope, you're hoping to realize the truth of a situation here, but you already know it. And I'm telling you, you would not have the Empress coming in your near future and your outcome, what I'm seeing here, if there was deceit involved with yourself, if you were lying to yourself. You're not lying to yourself, okay? You know why you're doing what you're doing. You have a purpose. You know the temptations. You know the risks. You know what you're doing. You're focused here, okay? Don't be hard on yourself. Just work for your highest good and for yourself, for your betterment. Okay, your final outcome is the 6 of Swords and the 10 of Coins. Well, if you are moving, I mean, you're going to move somewhere nice. And it's going to give you a lot of like mental relief. You're going to find a lot of stability. If this isn't actually about moving, then like you're getting out of some pattern of thinking or some memories from the past that just been weighing you down. Maybe felt like you had to navigate through them. You couldn't escape them. Okay, some kind of volatile communication I heard. Whatever it is, paperwork too, potentially. You're moving away from that. And it's a hard path here. It's not easy, okay? You're going to have to steer yourself through this navigating. You're going to have to catch yourself here when you start getting too hard on yourself, or when you have like negative thought patterns happening that are holding you back from moving forward. But once you do get through that, and you are getting through that, you're ending up at the 10 of Pentacles. I'm seeing a little dog here. Okay, I feel like that's a message for some of you. Okay. This is really beautiful, Sagittarius. This is financial success. This is security built. If you're building a business, it's something solid, stable. This is where the Empress belongs, okay? With the 10 of Pentacles, and that's where you're going. See, you don't get the 10 of Pentacles before you become the Empress. No, you become the Empress first. Like attracts like here, okay? And that's what you're doing. This is so beautiful. Okay, let's get a card here to close this out. I hope that gave you some answers, some validation, some reassurance. It looks real good to me. And you know, if you're leaving a relationship here, then you're heading to somewhere much more solid and stable. And I feel like it's a place of independence. And if this is about moving toward a relationship, you know, there's someone you're interested in, you want to make it work. Well, I see it's possible here. It might take a lot of work, but it's possible. Okay, Okay, it's going to be different for each of you. So take the threads, I heard. Take the threads and sew them together in the way that helps you. Okay, let's get a card here for Sagittarius Collective. Make friends. Friendship is the alchemy of success. This is a reoccurring theme in your readings on my channel. Make friends, okay? So this is important. You know, there's someone you can... maybe it's like that little dog. That's what I was picking up on, like that friendship with that dog, you know? And it could be an actual pet, but, you know, it's like you have a best friend. You have somebody with you to support you. You know, you're not totally alone on this journey. And if you don't, then remember that you are your own friend. I'm serious about that. Like, go have a laugh with yourself about something, you know? Take yourself out on a date. It's fun. It is. Okay. Return to joy. We are here to experience joy, and that's what you've realized, and that's what you're moving towards. Gift of freedom. You're free, Sagittarius. You are. I'll see you next time.